going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. If y'all can hear me, please drop a one in the chat. Drop a one in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. Drop a one in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. Can y'all hear me clearly out there? Drop a one if y'all can hear me clearly. I was on mute the whole time. My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad. But of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everyone that's in the building. Salute to everyone that's in the building. If you are coming in, make sure you hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, share the show. Hit the like button and share the show. Y'all know we ain't been around in a while, so let's hit the like button and share the show. Let everybody know we live. Let's let everybody know we live so we could get into it today because we need to have this conversation. Shout out to everyone who's having the FBA conversation. Shout out to all the FBAs, my B1s and you know, shout out to all of y'all. Um but over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, we like to have the conversation from a different perspective. We like to have the conversation from a more foundational standpoint. And the conversation we have over here is more proactive and less reactive. But again, shout out to everyone. But, I just noticed that a lot of the conversation is more reactionary. And I think as a people here in America, as a group of American people, right? I think that we should be more proactive in our approach, especially when it comes to having the community conversation, because that's the only way things are going to change. That's the only way things are going to change, man. So we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. But let's shout everyone out that's in the building. Let's shout everyone out that's in the building. And we're going to get into it. Shout out to Scorpio Mama in the building. Hey, Scorpio. Shout out to Miss Scorpio in the building, one of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. Shout out to you, Scorpio. I appreciate you. Shout out to Running Warrior in the building. Salute to you, fam. Salute to you. Shout out to Running Warrior on the pull up. Shout out to my brother, man. Shout out to my comrade, Mr. Sutton on the pull up. Salute, salute, salute. Salute, my brother. Salute to you. I'm gonna hit you up after the show, bro. Shout out to Old Head TV in the building. What's good, Old Head? Shout out to Old Head TV on the pull up. Shout out to Young Reyes in the building. What's up, Reyes? How you doing, man? Hey, Sin. Shout out to the cynical one in the building. I like that picture, Sin. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Another one of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. A top lovely lady mod, by the way. Thank you so much, Sin. I appreciate you. Shout out to the cynical one in the building. Shout out to my man Bucket. What's good, Bucket? Salute my brother. Shout out to Bucket in the building. Shout out to Fear No Mortals. Salute Fear No Mortals. How you doing? How you doing? Shout out to you. Appreciate the pull up. Jackie's Food. How you doing, Jackie? Shout out to Jackie in the building. Appreciate the pull up. Shout out to Miss Keita T in the building. Hey, Keita, how you doing? Got another lovely lady mod in the building. Shout out to Miss Keita T on the pull up. Shout out to everyone that's pulling up. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If y'all are here through the vertical feed, double tap y'all screens. I appreciate the pull up. But make sure y'all share the show, man. Make sure y'all share the show. We're going to get into this. We're going to get into this. Because the last show we did, it was a show to let our community know, right, that while we're focused on, while they have us distracted, right, focusing on racial things, right, like they usually have our community distracted by the racial conversation, the racial injustice, right? While we were sitting around talking about that, cool. They had us distracted, right? Shout out to Robert King. Salute to you. Right? We missed the whole Sydney Star thing. We missed the whole thing with Sydney Star seducing a minor boy for sex. While we sitting around arguing like we've been doing for the past 60, 70 years about the same stuff, we let that slip right under the radar. And in case y'all don't know, Sydney Starr's out of jail right now. See, while y'all focused on one issue and being held captive by one issue, it's another thing sitting here attacking the community and we not paying attention to it. See, this is what I meant by they tell us what to talk about. They tell the black community what to be upset about, what injustices we need to speak on. They tell us about what they put in the media. And soon as y'all jump on it, they already got thousands and millions of black people's attention focusing on this. While one of the main problems in the black household, in the black family, one of the main things that cause trauma in a black family is going on in public with black children, right? Black children are being harmed in public, being stalked and preyed upon in public by predators. And nobody's speaking about it. See, this is the type of stuff that's been going on in the black community forever that nobody wants to talk about. Nobody talk about those monsters that walk around the black community freely that we don't never like to talk about because we so busy talking about somebody getting shot because they black. But nobody's talking about the monsters that's right in the black household. Nobody talking about that though. That has never seemed to be important for black folks. I've noticed that since I was a little boy. I've noticed that since I was a little boy. That the issues that really hurt black people, the shit that go on in their house, the stuff that they see in their house, that they see in their family houses, that they see in their friends' houses, that's never talked about. That is never talked about. But we want to talk about something that's national news, right? They want to tell us what to talk about. See, this is why over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, we built this platform about speaking about the healing of black people. Heal before you build. This is what we've been speaking about from day one. You see? And this is, like I said, I noticed these conversations do not like to be talked about amongst black folks. I've noticed this stuff. Now we got children, black boys. This is another issue that's not talked about in the black community. What happens to black boys? Nobody ever want to talk about what happens to the black boy. See, we've heard countless stories, and I'm not discounting it. Because y'all know over here, I don't play that when it come to harming black women. Y'all know over here, we do not celebrate stuff like that. Nor do we make light of it. Nor do we make fun of it. We do not make fun of trauma over here. Because this platform is about healing from trauma. But there's countless agencies, advocacy groups, support groups for women who are violated a certain way or who are violated in general, period, on all levels. There's resources for women. There's not a lot of resources for the boy. There's nowhere the boy can run to. There's nobody the black boy can run and cry to. There's no platform that the black man could go to and feel safe to voice what he going through. That's what this platform was created for. So when we have the FBA conversation, It's about progress for black folks, especially black men. Because there's not a lot of places for black men to go. To hear them being championed, to hear them being loved, cared for, advocated for. There's not a lot of places for men that look like me. See, even other races of men have advocacy groups. They have support platforms. They have media that highlights their success, that talks to them, speaks for them. See, this is why nobody talk about this. See, we love to talk about the little black boy that got shot and he could have been a gang member. See, we love to talk about that because that's that hip hop shit. See, everybody love to capture and put black men in that hip hop narrative to dramatize the black man's life because nobody takes a black boy's life serious. Oh, he got shot because he stole a soda. Some more movie shit. Because nobody take our lives serious. He was drowned by a group of white boys. That's a movie. I don't feed into that shit. That's a movie. That's what that is. That's a movie. They're gonna make a movie off this. They're gonna make Law and Order episodes off that. See, they keep our community distracted with shit like that. So we could still be arguing and using talking points that was used 60 years ago. They wasn't heard back then. So you think they're gonna be heard now? Why? Because we got YouTube channels. But meanwhile, it's quiet on the creek. Yeah, it's quiet on the creek. Are y'all niggas paying attention? This boy just got drowned and it's quiet on the creek. See, you niggas don't know when you're dealing with warfare. Y'all don't know symbolism. Y'all don't know media. It's quiet on the creek. Nobody ain't gonna say what really happened. Y'all don't see this? Quiet. This dude just put out a song. Are y'all paying attention? Y'all really don't be knowing what be going on. And they be putting it right in front of y'all. See, why y'all doing all this? No justice, no peace in 2026. It's quiet on the creek. Ain't nobody going to jail for nothing. All right? It's quiet on the creek, nigga. Diddy getting ready to come home. Are you nigga? And you niggas, y'all don't want nothing to change in the back. Y'all don't even see how we've been infiltrated.
You don't even understand the black sellouts. See, you still arguing some shit. Yo, bro, y'all don't even know what's going on for real. You still looking at the white man being the devil. You don't know what's going on for real. Nigga, it's quiet on the creek. Nigga, you still talking that Al Sharpton in his 30s, nigga, what are you talking about? Ain't nobody going, bro, do you niggas know what spiritual warfare is? Do you know what it look like? For real? Do you really know what's going on in the black community? See, if you don't understand, see, if you haven't been watching this channel, you really don't know what's going on. See, over here, we already documented the soft boy era. We already talked about fox masculinity, which is new masculinity. We already spoke about this stuff years ago. I already told y'all the dragons is coming. The Zestianas. Yeah, if you ever hear somebody use that, they got that from me. I already told y'all this. I told y'all the age of the zesty men was ushered in with Kevin Samuels. But you niggas got mad at me. Now it's quiet on the creek. Nigga. Yeah. You niggas keep saluting Kevin Samuels. Forgetting this man got caught with a nigga in his bed. You niggas keep playing around. I told you niggas this years ago. And all of this was to destroy black boys. I told y'all this. Calling black masculinity toxic. Now it's quiet on the creek. Now you got niggas twerking. Now all these niggas wearing purses. Calling them bags. Now you got niggas wearing bags. Niggas got more bags than they got wallets. I told you niggas this shit. When Kevin Samuels was trusting you niggas like little baby. When he was trusting you niggas like Meek Mill. When he was taking you niggas on dates, MTR. He bought a nigga a hotel room with a jacuzzi tub in it. Now it's quiet on the creek. Oh, but we ain't gonna talk about this part of the black community. Right? This man was telling other niggas how to wipe their ass and how to wash their nuts. What's wrong with you niggas? What's wrong with you niggas, man? I told y'all. Y'all done told y'all. What up, Shots? Shout out to my man Club in the building. I told y'all. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Shout out to my brother Po Boy Films. Am I good? Put a 1 in the chat if I'm good, y'all. Alright, what about now? Am I good now? Am I good now? You said you got me sounding like Darth Vader. Am I good now? Put a 1 if I'm good. My voice is distorted? Hold up. What about now? Do I sound better now? Put a 1 if I'm better now. I'm still distorted? Nah. Nah. Am I good now? Put a 1 if I'm good. I got all my settings good. I don't know why y'all can't hear me. Am I good now? That's crazy. Put a 1 if I'm good. I still sound like the Darth Vader sound effect? I don't like this. Hold up, man. I don't like this. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't put no effects on my voice or nothing. This is weird. This is weird. Can y'all still hear me? Put a one if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? What's up, elevated on up? If my voice sounds strange, it's I don't know what it is, y'all. But it's nothing I've done. Can you hear me now? How do I sound now? Nah, it's not my mic, bro. It's not my mic. It's not my mic. Ain't nothing wrong with my mic. There's nothing wrong with my mic, bro. Yo, this is crazy. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll be right back. Y'all stay right here. I'm gonna start the show over. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start the show over. I'm gonna set up another show right now. And we're gonna come right back. You were speaking fine and it popped up out of nowhere. See? I know it wasn't me. I know it wasn't me. I know it wasn't me.
All right, can y'all hear me now? I just took my mic off and put it on my computer mic. Can y'all hear me? Do I sound clear? See, that's crazy. That's crazy.
She said the mic gotta go. Nah, that's crazy because my mic was good. My mic was good. That's crazy. All right, so y'all can hear me, right? Y'all can hear me? We gonna finish this show. Y'all can hear me? All right, cool. Anonymous says I'm good. All right, cool. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to my man Papa Flocka in the building. Shout out to Anonymous. I appreciate y'all. We gonna push through. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate it. Thank y'all. Shout out to the lovely Lady Mons for holding it down. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Elevated On Up. I appreciate it. Like and share the show, y'all. Like and share the show. Like and share the show. But as I was saying, shout out to YouTube cameras. Hey, YouTube cameras. I appreciate you on the pull up. Shout out to my comrade, Po Boy Films, in the building. Salute to you. Salute to you, comrade. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in, right? So, as I was saying, nobody wants to speak on this issue right now. And I've noticed that, and shout out to World Class. Appreciate you, World Class. Appreciate you. I'm gonna look at all that once I get off. Nobody wants to speak on the issue of what happens to the little black boy. Nobody wants to talk about how the little black boy is under attack. Not just because he's black. See, that has always been the narrative when we want to have the FBA or the black community conversation. It's always because the black man was black. It's because he was black. It's because he was black. What happened to it because he was a male? See, nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that piece. What happens to the black boy? Not because he's black, but because he's a boy. Not because he's black, but because he's a man. That's why there's lack of support. There's not a lot of support for the male species in general. There's not a lot of advocacy for males, for boys. There's not a lot of support groups for little boys that are abused. Like the Saucy Santanas. Like the Sidney Favors. Like the T.S. Madisons. See, nobody wants to talk about how these zest monsters are created. See, see over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, we took it all the way back to the Bible. We took it all the way back to biblical times, where males, right, who were underachievers and didn't have enough support in society, they went and cut their genitalia off. This is biblical. Go look up the eunuchs. They're called eunuchs in the Bible. These are transsexuals. These are transgenders. These are men who became socially accepted as women to get ahead in society. This is in the Bible, y'all. This is what I keep talking about. Y'all keep playing around with this racial shit. Y'all playing games. This is spiritual. This ain't got nothing to do with no race. You had men back then who cut their genitalia off to be so, and wore makeup and dressed like women to get jobs. Do you know how many black boys, young black teenage boys, who believe that women have it easier in society? Do you know how many of them, these young black boys, do something strange for a piece of change? Huh? Yeah. You didn't know it was like this, did you? This is in the Bible. The same thing that men are doing today to get ahead, to get better jobs, to get political representation. This was back then. Men was turning into women back then. You had zest monsters back then. They're called eunuchs. Look it up. I did a whole show about it. What do you think T.S. Madison is? What do you think Sydney Starr is? These are eunuchs. What do you think Mr. Quiet on the Creek is? He's a eunuch. So these eunuchs signed up with the government right? Because we know who runs the government, the devil, right? Right? We know what entity rules over the hip hop industry, which y'all like to call black culture, right? What is the entity that rules over the hip hop industry? The Baphomet, which is a what? A transgender. You still want to say, do y'all niggas still want to say hip hop is black culture? You don't even know the demon that runs black culture, that runs hip hop. It's a transsexual. Quiet on the Creek. This how you got Black Boy Max. Oh, we gonna show y'all. This how you got Black Boy Max. Pink Dreads. Mr. Pink Dreads. Black Boy Max. This how you got A.B. and Dean doing all for Zeus Network. What I told y'all. Zeus Network. What I told? That's the new MTV. Did y'all know that? That is the new MTV in VH1. Zeus Network. Did y'all know that? Huh? Put it in the chat. W in the chat. Huh? The new MTV and VH1 is Zeus Network. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And guess what? And guess what? The Zeus Network is designed to do. Teach your young boys what type of women to like. Yeah. Yes. They teaching our sons what to be attracted to. Natalie Nunn. That's a man. Sydney Starr. The Gagency is all over Zeus Network. And your son watch baddies. With you. He watch baddies. A bunch of dragons. Now, one of these dragons done got off camera and continued his debauchery by preying on little boys in society. Sydney Starr. And now this nigga, Saucy Santana, a.k.a. Shannon Sharp. That's Shannon Sharp with a BBL, y'all. Did y'all know that? Saucy Santana is Shannon Sharp with a BBL. Did y'all know that? That's who that is. And we already know about Uncle Shannon. Yeah. We know where Uncle Shannon likes to hang out at. We already know what type of intercourse Uncle Shannon likes to have. But we gonna keep it quiet on the creek. So now we have this nigga, Shannon Sharp with a BBL, a.k.a. Saucy Santana. Right? Look. This how you know this is spiritual warfare. The two biggest songs out right now, pay attention. This how you know this is the devil at work. The devil. The two biggest songs right now was brought to you in part by P. Diddy. Oh, y'all forgot Young Miami is signed to Diddy? Oh, y'all Oh my God. The black community is really asleep. Brought to you in part by Diddy Files. The Diddy Files. The Black Epstein. You niggas. The Diddy Files. Right in you niggas' face. The Diddy Files. Listen to the songs. Oh, so y'all think Diddy not receiving any proceeds from this music? It's the community sleep because of the comforter. Shout out to my man T Church. The Diddy Files. Diddy. The Black Epstein. See how we still don't want to talk about what's really going on in the black household? Huh? See, it used to be taboo to talk about that little girl. That beautiful, innocent young girl that get violated. See, that used to be taboo in the family. See, over the past couple decades, that shit been getting exposed. Ain't no more hiding Uncle Jimmy. That we know that's why that nigga upstairs in the attic and they push his plate through the door. We know why he a weirdo. We know why now. See, that's no longer a secret. But guess what still is? What Uncle Jimmy did to DeAndre. See, that's still a secret. That's still a secret. What happened to little Mikey? That's still a secret. That's still a secret. See, we don't want to talk about, right? We don't want to talk about the gangster uncles that come home and have fun with the little boys. See, we won't talk about that. See, now they come home and get the little boys because they know ain't nobody gonna say nothing about the little boy. Quiet on the Creek. See? Yeah. 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 You want to talk about that? The boy mama love jail niggas. Keep her a jail nigga around. That's why your son's zesty. That's why your son is a dragon. Because you like keeping jail niggas around. Mm-hmm. Always got you a street nigga around. Don't you know street niggas are down low niggas? Did you know that? Quiet on the Creek. What you think that mean? That's the DL anthem. Let me tell you black women something. In case you didn't know, that's the down low anthem. So if you run around here singing Quiet on the Creek, you letting all them DL niggas know that you like DL niggas and you ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna let all them down low niggas know that you like fecal matter in your box. Mm-hmm. Quiet on the Creek. Uh-huh. You like dookie in your box. That's what you like. That's a DL anthem. So if you like straight men, you shouldn't be singing that. If you really care about your black sons, you shouldn't be singing that because Saucy Santana is a victim. And guess what he's a victim of? He's a victim of what a lot of you black women like. Yup. Because you was taught to like what you traumatized from. Like he did. Just like you was taught to like them thug niggas, so was he. But see, he understand a thug in a way you don't. See, this is why the dragon and the woman, this is why they got a relationship. Because they share the same trauma. This is why they hang out together. This is why Saucy Santana's best friend is Young Miami. And who was her man? A down low male. His name's Diddy. Diddy Bob. Her man, look at the connection. Her best friend is a dragon. And her man is DL. Y'all don't get it yet? A circle full of demons. Trauma. They all was sleeping. Diddy was sleeping with both of them. Saucy and Young Miami. Young Miami told the world how Diddy be peeing on her. Now, we already discussed on here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV when the Diddy documentary came out and his childhood friend was in the documentary and he spoke about how Diddy mama had Diddy parties in the house when they was little. So you wonder how Diddy was made. When he could walk in a room and see zest monsters having an orgy. This is Diddy. This is how he grew up. This was his house every weekend. This is according to his childhood friend. This is not according to DS1 Ross, a Sheep Stay Sleep TV YouTube. This is in the Diddy documentary, the first one that came out. His childhood friend said on the weekends, because he spent every weekend at Diddy house. He would go to Diddy house and spend the night. And his mama had these parties where it'd be people all over the house. People gambling. You could open a door, go in a room and see anything. This is what came out this man's mouth. Nobody want to talk about this though. Nobody. Shout out to my brother Bucket. Appreciate the super chat, bro. He says, I appreciate the message, DS1. Salute, fam. Salute. Now, these men have been traumatized to the point where now, right, they going around and preying on boys. Now they're running around preying on people. See, I told y'all that these dragons, they're predators. I told y'all. They predators. They are predators. So let's listen. We're going to play the first video, right? Let's listen to how T.S. Madison, because notice, y'all, notice how since Sidney Starr got locked up, notice how the trans community is quiet. They quiet on the creek. See, he already gave the command. Saucy. He already said, listen, y'all, stand down, shut up, quiet on the creek. Be quiet, niggas. Be quiet, because they going to mess up our money. Quiet on the creek. Quiet on the creek. Thank you, Elevated On Up. I appreciate the 10 jewels and the floating heart. Shout out to you. Shout out to my man Third Ward in the building. Salute, Third. Appreciate you, my brother. You're going to mess up our money. So let's hear what T.S. Madison got to say. Cause it's ironic. See, this is why I've never been afraid to say nothing about these dragons. Because they love speaking on straight men. They love thinking they could tell straight men what to do, how they should be, what type of man they supposed to be, what type of stuff they supposed to be doing. They love thinking they could check straight men. Like to call straight men DL. Want to challenge straight men. But they never want to talk to their own men. They never want to correct their own. They never want to stay in their own community and clean up their own stuff. I noticed that. Check this out. Check this out. Let me share my screen. This is crazy. Now notice, pay attention, y'all, how she ain't gonna have no smoke for Sydney. Pay attention. Fair use, YouTube. Shout out to All About the Tea for this content. This is for educational purposes only.
I'm Gagatron, girl. So when y'all come here and you have the diamond packages, okay, I need y'all to make sure. Wait, Sydney Star was arrested for being with a 14-year-old child. I don't know. I'm on vacation. I don't know. I'm not. I don't have anybody's tea but my own. And the way that I ate last night, girl, honey, I tore that toilet up. That's the only tea I got. It's my own tea. And then I need somebody to do my hair. That's the only tea I got. But bitch, what happened? Bitch, don't wake me up. Don't wake me up this morning and give me chats like that. Girl, I'm out here on the beach. Don't you wake me up and give me chats like that this morning. Don't y'all do that. Don't y'all do that.
So any other time, nigga, you got some tea to talk about. Any other time, you got somebody business to talk about. Any other time, you got somebody name in your mouth. Mr. Madison. Oh, but when one of your bros, when one of your bristers, you know, one of the bristers, when one of your bristers go to jail for doing something horrific besides credit card fraud, right? You ain't got no tea. The only tea you got is yours. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh. But if the nigga would have got an award from Zeus Network for being a well-known dragon of the year, you would have been saluting the nigga. You would have had to salute your brister. And you would have had to pay your respects to your brister and her accomplishments. But since the nigga went to jail for hurting a little black boy, you ain't got nothing to say. Oh, so you giving the same smoke to black boys that was given to you. Oh, so since nobody spoke out when you was violated, Mr. Madison, you don't care about a little black boy being preyed on, huh? See, I'm not afraid to talk to you niggas because y'all ain't nothing but men to me. You ain't nothing but a man to me. So when you was violated as a little boy, Mr. Madison, and it was nobody there for you. Nobody there for you. You gonna let little black boys get attacked? I bet not ever hear you say nothing about no white man, nigga. I bet not ever hear you say nothing about no white man, nigga. Mr. Madison. Mr. Madison. I bet not hear you say nothing about Donald Trump, nigga. And this is why I support Trump and him coming for your goddamn community. Get rid of all them dragons. Get rid of them all. If they not going to repent and change their life, get rid of them. Shout out to Trump. Yeah. You niggas so anti-Trump, right? If you're anti-Trump, then you're pro this, nigga. Did you know that? Trump want to get rid of all these Leviathans and these Baphomets running around preying on children. You ain't gonna talk about that part of Trump's campaign. You ain't gonna talk about that part. You ain't gonna talk about that part though. How he want to get rid of these goddamn dragons because they child molesters. They are predators. Now, any other time, this nigga got something to say about a man. He always got somebody's name in his mouth, man or woman. Now, all of a sudden, when it's part of his community, this is why they need to go. Because they ain't nothing but a bunch of goddamn perverts and freaks and demons. They don't care about no political backing. They don't want no social acceptance. They want to be demonic. They want to run around and harm people and be nasty freaks. That's what they want to do. They want to run around and sodomize people. That's what they want to do. And it's proven now. And the people in their community won't speak against it. Where are you? Where's the trans community? Where's the trans community that's speaking against Sidney Favors? That's saying we don't stand for this. Huh? Remember, this was all political according to Barack Mook Obama. Right? Remember, this was about rights. They need their own rights. Rights to do what? Stalk children, lure children, sodomize children, because that's what Sidney Starr did. That's what Sidney Favors did. That's what this weirdo Saucy Santana's doing. Oh, how is he doing that, DS1? I'm about to show you. Because we don't play over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. We don't play games over here. I'm going to show you what this nigga's doing. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what this nigga doing. I'm going to show you how they prey on kids. I'm going to show you right now. I'm getting ready to show you. Look how he preying on kids. Look, y'all, fair use, YouTube. I'm going to show y'all why they need to be banned. They don't need no goddamn community. Look, this is what he doing. Look. Let me talk to y'all. This is what these people are doing with their political influence. This is what these people are doing here in America with their social influence. They're becoming influencers and preying on the youth. I'm getting ready to show y'all. See, because that's what Sydney Starr did and lured that minor and abused that little boy. He used the fact that he was famous for looking like a girl, knowing that these young 14, 13, 12-year-old boys is on the internet, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, looking at corn, thinking they looking at a woman because they see nothing but a booty, and it's Sydney Starr, a man. It's Saucy Santana, a man. You see T.S. Madison. You think that's a woman. That's a goddamn man. And guess what they doing? They're using their influence to lure little boys to turn them out. That's what they doing. Watch this. You see, y'all think it's a joke. Look, watch this. These demons. Look.
Y'all think
He what? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. My bad, y'all. Hold up. Rewind. Refresh. Refresh. Look. He's walking with a bunch of little boys. Look, y'all. He's walking like he's an auntie. He's walking like he's an auntie. Look how he dressed. Auntie. Oh, y'all think this is a game? Auntie, look. This is auntie. A bunch of little boys. Look, they all looking at the nigga butt. That's Auntie Homegirl. Look. A group of little boys. And y'all telling me they not predators. Look. Fair use, YouTube. This is disgusting. Look. Shout out to Miss New York Nikki Baby in the building. Another one of my lovely lady moms that always come through and hold it down. Thank you so much, New York Nikki. Make sure y'all support the show, y'all. The links are going across the screen. Look. Look at Auntie. You don't see no little girls. Notice. Can y'all point to a little girl? See, y'all think I be playing. Can y'all point to a little girl for me, please? Where is it? Where do y'all see a little girl at? Show me. Show me. Where do you see a little girl? Or is he walking with a bunch of little boys with his fake ass poking out of a dress This is not predatory behavior. Thank you, New York Nikki. So that wasn't the video we just watched. That wasn't predatory behavior. That wasn't predatory. Huh? Huh? But this isn't talked about. Because it's about what happens to boys. See, nobody talk about when little boys get preyed on. Because, see, I done heard a lot of y'all say, we like being preyed on. I done heard a lot of y'all say that out y'all goddamn mouth, that little boys like it. How you know what a little boy like? You ain't never been a little boy. You pervert. See, if you ever said some shit like that, you're a pervert. Oh, these little boys like it. Yeah, you're a pervert. That's why. You a pervert, and you probably touched a little boy before. You little freak. How the hell you gonna tell, he was 10, he liked it. You don't even know what that is. Oh, so that wasn't predatory. We just watched this grown-ass man with a fake ass walk around little boys with his ass out. That's not predatory. At this age, let me share my screen. When little boys are this age, like you see here, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, at this age, y'all don't like for y'all sons to see titties. At that age, when a movie comes on and something graphic comes on television, we are told to close our eyes. Right or wrong? Put it in the chat. We are told, close your eyes. Leave the room. You can't watch that. We weren't allowed to look at booty, to look at women as little boys. On television, we weren't allowed to look at nudity on TV. But you got these goddamn zest monsters walking around with their ass out in front of kids in public. And nobody had nothing to say about this. These men acting like women, getting surgeries, confusing these little boys. Because mind you, they don't know yet. They're not even allowed to look at women in a sexual way. But you got this nigga with a BBL walking around a bunch of little boys, letting the little boys touch him. Oh, this is not a predator? Is this not a predator in the black community? Huh? And a lot of y'all be wondering why y'all questioning y'all son's sexuality. It's because you're letting them watch Zeus Network with you. And he get to watch all them dragons with BBLs. He watching men with titties and asses. And you wondering why You don't think he like girls. He do like girls. He do. TS girls. You see? You wonder why all the little shooters and all the little goons, they got boys as girlfriends? They got little dragons as girlfriends? See, let me make the connection for you. Do y'all know that Sydney Starr is from Chicago? Chicago, the gangster city. See, wherever you find gangsters, you're going to find some mooks. Remember, you heard it here first. Wherever you find some gangsters, you're going to find some mooks too. You're going to find some dragons. Because who you think turn these little boys into girls? It's the gangster niggas. Yeah! It's them niggas that be in the street taking niggas' lives. They also be in a household taking the innocence of little boys and little girls. Turning the little girls into 304s and turning the boys into dragons. Yeah, you know that gangster nigga that you think is so sexy? He think your son is. Why you think the video came out when King Von was in jail? They had the video cam of this nigga talking zesty. See, this ain't nothing new. Sydney Starr's from Chicago. This is a dragon. A gangster mook. A dragon. A gangster that sells his butt. Sydney Starr. That's why his shoulders is built like that. A gangster mook. Dragons. Let's make the connection again. Saucy Santana's from where? Miami. Let's make the connection again. DS1. Who's Carisha? I bet y'all don't know that Carisha is the daughter of a big-time kingpin from the Pork and Bean Projects, Rick Brownlee. Look it up. This is why Trina and Trick Daddy loves Carisha. Because her daddy was a big-time kingpin nigga from back in the day. Rick Brownlee. You see? Wherever you going to see some gangsters, you going to find some mooks. Now, how ironic that Saucy best friend daddy is a big time kingpin. And you grow up and turn into a girl and start selling your bunkie to drug dealers. See, this is a well-known thing in Florida. This is a well-known thing in Florida. See, this is why you niggas ain't gonna talk about it either. This is a well-known thing in Florida. It's a well-known thing in Chicago. This is a well-known thing in LA. You see? You see? This is why Saucy is accepted. Because Saucy is protected. We already did the show when we showed the interview with Saucy Santana and his mother. And she talked about it was her brother that did that to Saucy and turned him out. Saucy was getting violated from the age of 8 to 16. He was groomed and taught how to be a eunuch by these gangster street niggas in Miami. His uncle was one of them. Jail nigga. Just came home from jail. We played the interview right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. We're not capping over here. That boy was getting violated from the age of 8 to 16. By the time he was 16, he was selling ass to drug dealers. He said it out his mouth. He been getting money. The streets call him Santana. Oh, but we don't want to talk about this part of the black community. Little boys getting turned out, and then we wondering why the women feel the way they feel. Why they feel lonely. Why they don't feel protected. A lot of these niggas done turned into women. And then when men speak on it, we get, oh, shut up, nigga. Oh, why you worried about that, nigga? Because that's a little boy who got violated. You don't think I was once a little boy, you idiot? I have a son, stupid. And you got these niggas running around here in public preying on little boys. Oh, but we not supposed to talk about it. Because they black? Preying on little boys. I just showed y'all a video with this man walking down the street with a group of little black boys. I know y'all all saw the video that done went viral, and they done removed it because so many people been playing it. So now I can't even find the video. If y'all can find the video, put the link in the chat. When Santana is in the pool, this nigga's in the pool yelling out of his mouth how everybody want to have sex with him. He said men, women, kids, everybody want to F him. That's what he said out of his mouth. That's a demon. He said everybody want to F me. Kids, mamas, daddies. I said that's a full-blooded dragon. That's a full-blooded dragon. He said kids want to have sex with him. He not a predator? Oh, but we can't classify him as a predator. He said out his mouth, kids want to have sex with him. Santana, Saucy Santana, Mr. Quiet on the Creek. Shout out to Fear No Mortals. She said he sure did. Oh, so we can't call him a predator. Oh, but predators isn't a problem in the black community. Predators. People preying on our children. That's not a problem in the black community. We need to worry about our sons because they black. No, we also need to keep our boys safe because they boys. And there's some people out here like Saucy Santana and Sydney Favors who like them because they boys and like them because of their genitalia and wants to turn them out because they're boys. So get off that race shit. Because it's people who want to take the innocence of little black boys, not because they black, but because they're boys. And you know who they're sent on an assignment from? The devil. Because the devil likes to invert things. You know, like an inverted pentagram that's on the Baphomet. Yeah, that inverted pentagram. Yeah, inverted sexuality for the male. Turn them to a girl. Because masculinity is toxic. Go get that nigga a bag. Go put some purses on him. Yeah. Yeah. If he look too manly, he dirty. If he look too manly, he a bum. Don't invert him. That's the devil. That's the devil. That's what you look at when you're looking at this right here. See, when you're looking at this right here, let me show you. Let me show you. When you're looking at this right here, this is the devil you're looking at. Shapeshifters. Transsexuality. That's the devil. Look, this is the devil right here. This is the devil. See, y'all don't understand what's going on for real. That's why they want y'all to stay on race. So you don't know that your sexuality is under attack, which is your spirituality. Race ain't got nothing to do with spirituality. Nothing. Race don't determine whether you a demon or not. But if you're running around here with male genitalia acting like a woman, you a demon. That's demonic. You a grown-ass man running around here with titties and a butt. That's demonic. And now, these niggas just don't even want to deal with men who like them. Now they want the little boys to like them. See how sick? This how you know it's from the devil. It ain't something coming from them. Because why you want little boys to like you, Saucy? Why you want little boys to like you? Oh, the grown men not enough. All that grown man beef you done got ran through you, that ain't enough. Now you want little boys. See, this is a demon. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This man sells his ass to men for a living. But he want boys now. Now he want the boys to want to have sex with him. The men ain't enough. Sydney, you have had men take care of you, nigga. Why you want a minor? Wasn't you just with Eddie Winslow? Wasn't y'all just making money off OnlyFans? Why you want a little boy? Oh, because you a demon and you wicked. That's why. You wicked, nigga. This ain't about sex for these niggas. They demons. This ain't about sex. Sydney, why you didn't stay with Eddie? Sydney, Eddie even went and paid for you to get your tail cut off. You dragon. Eddie paid to get this nigga tail cut off. And he want to chase little boys. Explain this to me. To everybody who want to come in here and cape, explain that to me. Why they want little boys? When they already had grown men. Why they want little boys? There's grown men who like y'all. Why don't y'all go with them? Go with Bobby Valentino. Bobby V loves trans. Go with Bobby V. Go with Malik Yoba. There's plenty of grown-ass men that like trans. And they got money. Why y'all want to prey on little boys? Why y'all want to be around little boys? Are y'all asking this shit? Are y'all asking this? These niggas done been with millionaires. Millionaires. Millionaire men. Millionaire men. Now you want little boys? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Elevated on up says demon need the light. Demons need the light. I'm trying to understand this. Shout out to the tribe in the building. Salute. Right, Bobby V. Elevated on up. Let's not forget who else I just said? Bobby V. It's a lot of them. Eddie Winslow, Darius McCray. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. See, let me play this video so I can continue to substantiate my point that these individuals are predators. They cannot control their anger. They cannot control their emotions. They are emotionally unstable. They are psychopaths. They cannot control their sexual urges. They're predators. It goes back to their personality and how they see themselves and how they look at society. Because how society treated them when they were boys. You see why I focus on men on this channel? Because now they have grown up to be demons and they want to harm people. Because they were harmed as boys. So now they want to harm boys. You see this? This is what happens when there's not a lot of resources for little boys when they get hurt. There's not a lot of places you could take your son when he get molested. There's not a lot of support groups. There's not a lot of parent groups that come together and support one another for when their sons get violated. See, the girls already had that. This is why you got these predators running around. Because they want to replicate themselves. We don't want to see that these men need help. These men are sick in the head. Didn't I tell y'all early on this show they getting ready to free Diddy? Diddy getting ready to come home. In 2 years, Diddy coming home. By 2028, Diddy will be home. And guess what? And guess what Diddy's getting right now? Counseling. Diddy's learning to heal certain parts of his life where he was traumatized, which turned him into a demon. Because it stole his innocence. He wasn't allowed to grow up naturally. He was engineered by his environment and the people there. And that's what happens to a lot of black boys. That's what happens to a lot of boys, period. And then they're left to figure it out. And then everybody say, what happened to him? You don't even know you lost that boy when he was 6 years old. Now you get a P. Diddy. With all the success, all the intelligence, all the smarts, all the connections, all the resources. And what he decided to do to the black community? Pillage it. Pillage it. Because he wasn't taught how to build it. He was taught how to build a comfortable spot in hell. That's what Diddy was taught. He was taught how to build his spot in hell. He wasn't taught how to love his people. Diddy wasn't taught that. None of our black affluent men were taught that. That's why the community still look the way it does. And now you got niggas like Saucy Santana who could just walk the streets and pick up little boys. All he had to do was say, come on, y'all. Y'all want to ride with me? And they would have gotten his car. A goddamn dragon. They would have gotten his car. Y'all don't find that to be a problem? That ain't a problem in the black community. Just being black in the black community is a problem. Man, shut up. Shut up with that throw off Hollywood bullshit. Because that's what Hollywood taught us. They just hate you because you're black. That's why the real conversations never get talked about. And when you start trying to have them, oh, nobody want to hear that. Yeah, I know you don't. Because you've been already groomed and programmed to never listen to nothing. And that's why the problem is replicated. And that's why Saucy Santana could walk his perverted, predatory ass through the streets and galvanize little boys and nobody say nothing to this goddamn dragon. Somebody was supposed to walk up and say, oh, hey, fellas, go that way. And tell that nigga, hey, nigga, stay away from little boys. For you get put down out here, nigga. For you get put down out here. And I ain't talking about getting knocked out. Stay away from little boys. For you get put down, Santana. See, ain't nobody like that in the hood. We're all the gangsters and all the bloods and all the Pyrus in the hood. We're all the GDs. They zest monsters too. That's why they ain't gonna say nothing to Santana. They gonna let that nigga walk through the hood and galvanize little boys and let him put little boys in the car with him. Ain't none of you gangster gang members gonna say shit to that nigga. You ain't gonna say nothing. Cause your big homie probably a mook. Saucy probably know your big homie. He be in the club with that nigga in VIP. That's why you ain't gonna say nothing, nigga. Cause he could check y'all niggas. That fake ass revolutionary shit. Y'all can't run the mooks off the block. Gangsta. Santana know you niggas first names. That's why he could live around y'all. That's why he could hang out with y'all. Sydney Starr from Chicago. I wonder what hood he grew up in. We already found out because of these internet interviews from these Chicago rappers who are gang members that in jail, in the Cook County jail, yes, I'm going to speak on it, Elevated. See, in the Cook County jail, where Sidney Favors probably visited when he was young, in the Cook County jail, guess what they do to men? They spit in men's butts. That's what goes on in the Cook County jail. Gang members, high-ranking gang members, will see one of their ops knock him out and spit in his butt. Y'all can look this up on YouTube if you think I'm lying. There has been numerous Chi-Town, Chirac gang member rappers who have talked about niggas getting their butts spit in by other gang members. They will knock you out, pull your pants down, spread your cheeks, and spit in your butt. And then all the other homies is gonna spit in your butt after. This is a gang ritual in Chicago prison, in Cook County. This is going on amongst young black boys. This is what's going on. What do you think? Sydney Starr is from Chicago. Sydney Starr is from Chicago. Y'all support the show, man. Y'all support the show. Hit the like button. The Venmo is going across the screen. Also, the Zelle is going across the screen. Support the show, y'all. Fino Mortal says, gay for the stay. And DL when they can't get out. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all still think this is a race war. This is a spiritual war. The war between good and evil. Spiritual. And there's more demons amongst us than anything. And I'm talking about in the black community. See, we will never, black people have always been afraid to talk about their demons. That has always been taboo in the black community. That has always been taboo in the black household. Don't talk about what go on in here. Don't tell nobody what go on in here. Don't tell nobody our business. But do we stay silent when our children are affected? When it's just start being so prevalent. It's just so prevalent. To all my brothers, to all my brothers that have daughters, do you know that you're going to have to teach your daughter to make sure that the young man she likes or the young man she dates, make sure he only like women? Do you know we're going to have to teach this to our daughters? That she's going to have to really have to know how to discern if a man is truly straight. If that's not spiritual warfare, then what is? We're going to have to teach our daughters this as men, as fathers. Do y'all know that? Do y'all know you might have to help your daughter get over a breakup because she might have to leave that boy because she found out that he liked trans? Do you know, fellas, that we're going to have to teach our daughters not to accept men who like trannies? Because right now they're subconsciously training our daughters to accept it from a man. See, once the women begin in their mind to say that it's acceptable, now they're going to think it's acceptable to sleep with these types of men. And then once that is acceptable, then the next generations are going to think it's acceptable. So y'all got to understand how serious this stuff is. Discernment is very important. What up, DOD? Shout out to my man DOD. What's going on, man? Fear No Mortal says, absolutely, women better be doing that right now as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fellas, this stuff is not a game. We really gonna have to get our sons. And again, shout out to the Trump administration. Because what have the Trump administration been doing? The Trump administration is pushing for the permanent ban of pornography. Why is that a good thing? So the next generations aren't poisoned. That type of content, that's poison to the mind. That's poison to the mind. That's why he's banning it. It's putting those subliminal suggestions in your mind, and it's already preparing you and training you and grooming you to become part of a certain lifestyle. Y'all gotta understand how this works. This stuff is science. You got corn in your environment, that automatically puts the lust demon there. Y'all gotta understand this. That's breaking up marriages right now. Fear No Mortal says, online IG and TikTok, the conversation is, a man is not gay for being with a trans, and a woman should be with bisexual men, or we're homophobic. Exactly. See? They're already having the conversation. Look, the conversation is already being had to make this lifestyle acceptable. Because once they make the lifestyle acceptable, right, they then could put certain things into law. See? Which ultimately, all of this LGBTQ plus IA elemented QPNOSITT, all of that, right? All of that really equates to the acceptance of legally having intercourse with children. That's the reason for all of this. This all goes back to the devil. The Baphomet. Baal. Child sacrifice. Molech. That's what it all goes back to. That's the whole purpose for that community. It's a big cloak for them to be able to legally access children. That's what it's about. And this is why they don't want to speak out on the Sydney Star stuff. They want to hope it gets swept under the rug. Because he just exposed the true agenda behind that community. They're out here scouting for boys. That's what they're out here doing. They're scouting for boys. That's the purpose. That's what they're doing. To legally possess little children. Hey, Tanja. Tanja says, my son no longer goes to public schools. He's going to a conservative private school. The director is pro-MAGA. Shout out to Tanja. Shout out to Miss Tanja. Elevated on Up says, I stand against that 1,000,000%. Tanja says, and you can't teach none of that weird stuff in preschools anymore or elementary schools. But my son no longer goes to public school. He's going to a conservative, private, pro-MAGA director school. Shout out to Miss Tanja. See this? And guess what? This is what a lot of y'all voted for when y'all voted in Barack Obama. When y'all was Team Obama. When you was Team Biden. See, a lot of y'all didn't know that Barack Obama and them is cool with NAMLA. Go look up NAMLA. Go look up MAPS, minor attracted people. That's who's in front of these laws that's being passed for these so-called people who's living these lifestyles. Why they want to live this lifestyle and adopt children? How many stories we done heard of these people torturing children? These LGBTQ couples abusing children, turning them out. How many stories we done heard? And this community still needs political backing? Huh? We still want to fund these types of communities? When they're destroying the very fabric of a country, which is the children are the future. Shout out to my man Boot Camp in the building. What up, Boot Camp? Salute. Make that make sense. They still need political backing while they running around preying on kids. And then the people who's a part of the community, when one of theirs get caught up, nobody speaks out. Who has, besides Funky Da Nigga, we spoke about this on the last show. Besides Funky Da Nigga, and Funky Da Nigga is a drag queen. Funky Da Nigga is not even a dragon. Funky Da Neva is not a drag, is not a trans. But even Funky Da Neva, Da Nigga, right? Even he spoke against Sydney Starr. We played it on the last show. Even he spoke against Sydney Starr. Even he did. And he's not even from the trans community. But he is part of the LGBTQ plus IA element of QP URSTUV to the moon bang zoom to Mars. So Funky Da Nigga felt obligated to speak out. Because Funky Da Neva knows that politically that community is losing its backing. And it's because the politicians are realizing y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of goddamn freaks. And y'all just want to be used so y'all can make some money. Y'all just want to sell y'all butt to rich people. That's all y'all want to do. Y'all want to sell y'all little holes to rich people, to other rich freak weirdos. That's all y'all want to do. And when you can't do that, you want to start replicating yourself because you're broke now, like Sydney Starr is. So now he want to go prey on little boys because he can't sell his bunkie to rich rappers. He can't sell his little butthole to some football players no more. So now he want to prey on little boys and harm little boys. But this is what the men in that community has done time after time. Why do y'all think they was going so hard trying to protect Bam Bada when we was on here bombing on Bam? Because Bam is part of that community. Bam is part of NAMLA. Bam is part of NAMLA. Bam was a MAP, a minor attracted person. He loved little boys. He was a pederast. He looked up to Malachi York, who was a pedophile from Brooklyn, New York, who had a whole goddamn reservation out in Atlanta torturing kids and women. Malachi York. That's who Bam looked up to. Where do you think he got all the information from? He got that from Malachi York. Another pedo. Another demon. And you know what's crazy? These same Zest Monsters is in hip hop. They're using their hip hop influence to prey on little boys. They know them little boys done seen them on TV. Saucy Santana know them little boys done seen them on TV twerking. He knows this. He knows this. How you doing, Bridget? Shout out to Miss Bridget M in the building. Good to see you. He knows this. And yes, we do need our women to speak out against this. Black women, y'all got to stop being quiet about this stuff. Oh, it won't be my son. How you know? You don't know what your son look at on the computer. He might be a Saucy Santana fan. You don't know that. You just think because he your son, he gonna be straight. You're delusional. You're delusional. Do you know there's more trends for your sons to look at on social media than real women? Did you know that? Did you know that? No. Because you're delusional. Because you think because it's your son. Like your son can't be a victim. You think it can't happen? Shout out to Tatiana Speaks. And shout out to other black women like her. Shout out to Tatiana, man. Listen to her.
Honest, black women today don't walk like they did with God. Based off how y'all behave as women, based off how y'all raise y'all children, based off how y'all interact with men, based off the conversations that y'all hold about men, based off how y'all handle y'all pain. The black woman does not walk with God, and that is why our community is where it is, and I don't care what nobody else got to say. My content has been getting suppressed. My pages have been trying to, like, people have been trying to get my pages banned because of the things that I choose to speak on, because in America, they want you to support the gay culture. They don't want black people to speak up on what is going on. They don't want black women to tell other black women how to behave appropriately. And I'm not being funny, y'all. They're trying to take down my pages because they want y'all to stay in this structure that we should not be staying in. And I don't care how nobody feels. In 2026, black women are literally going against the black man and the rise of the black masculinity, and I don't care. The things that we support as black women is taking away our men, but then we're yelling and screaming about their negative behavior when we're allowing it. We're the ones raising them. We're the ones being left with them. And even if a man is in your household, you're the main teacher. You give birth, you feed them for the first 6 years of their life. That is your fucking child. I don't care about no man. That is your child. That baby's on your hip more than the man. Don't care. And women today, y'all are not behaving like appropriate women. Y'all are not behaving like women of God. Y'all are behaving like women of the white man system, and I don't care. The fact that y'all will go against your own black women for telling you that the things that we are supporting as women is bullshit shows how much y'all are demonic and enslaved. The fact that y'all are comfortable seeing your boys getting bent over by other men shows that you don't support your men. The fact that y'all are comfortable taking y'all sons to the nail shop shows that you don't like men. The things that y'all do shows that y'all don't like your sons. Because if you liked your sons, you would be pushing them in the direction of a son and not a daughter. Don't care how nobody feels. Black women in 2026 do not serve God. They serve the patriarchy. They serve the white man system. You might not think you are, but look at your morals, look at your values, look at your conversation, look at your choices, look at your decisions, look at how your children behave. Do they behave like real black people, or do they behave like integrated black people? Do they walk by God, or do they walk by sight? Do they walk by fear, or do they walk by faith?
Shout out to that sister, man. Shout out to Tatiana Speaks. Y'all heard her. What did she say wrong? What did she say wrong? It might not have sat well, but was she lying? Shout out to Big Sis in the building. Shout out to Rain and Woman. Great to see you, sis. We got another top lovely lady mod in here this afternoon. Great to see you. Great to see you. Shout out to my brother Third Ward for the jewels. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Elevated On Up for the 2 jewels. Thank you for doubling up. Shout out to Miss Elevated On Up. She says she's speaking the truth. See? Why are we not having this conversation? And as you can see, the black women who are, they're being suppressed as well. It's not just the black men who do decide to speak out that get suppressed. It even happens to the black women. Who wants to call out the real issues in the black community, like this, like little boys being preyed upon, like black masculinity being uprooted, black manhood being shunned. And as black women, if you are a heterosexual black woman, if you are a black woman that love black men, AKA love your daddy, you would have a problem with a Saucy Santana. You would have a problem with a T.S. Madison. You would have a problem with a nigga like Sidney Starr preying on little boys. You would have a problem with this if you love your sons, your nephews, your grandsons. You would have a problem with this. You wouldn't want to see that shit in society. Because certain shit shouldn't have to be there. We shouldn't have to grow up walking down the street seeing weirdos. We shouldn't have to. Getting all these subliminal suggestions. Just like a little girl should not be able to see a grown man's body, a little boy shouldn't be able to see a grown-ass man dressed up as a woman. Both of those things are traumatizing to children. You're a little girl walking around, he a grown-ass man walking around swinging in the house. That's abuse. That's a predator. He walking around swinging with kids in the house. That's a predator. That's a pervert. And should no little goddamn boy see no man walk in the house with his mama with a fake ass, talking about this my home girl. Y'all hanging out together. That shit should be unacceptable if you love the black community, if you love and understand what family is and what family represents. You walking around here confusing the kids. Then y'all wondering why the little boys want to be little girls now. What the hell you think they've been watching? They've been watching grown-ass men get BBLs, wear nails, go to the Chanel store, all that shit. You wonder why he don't want to carry no goddamn groceries. Because he little Uzi. That's why. That's why. And nobody want to speak about it. And that's why it continues to go on. And it just get worse. That's why now we have Sydney Starr who just blatantly preying on him now. Now he's just going to events where he know it's a bunch of little boys at, little sports events, going where he know it's a bunch of little boys at, and just walking around with his fake ass and his fake hair and fake titties, trying to turn on little teenage boys. Nobody said nothing. Because if you say something to these dragons, you're going to catch a charge. But this goddamn dragon is wiggling around a bunch of little boys, switching and shit. Knowing he going to capture the eye of a couple of them. Knowing he going to be able to slide one of them off. Hey, come with me. You cute. Ooh, you cute. It's a predator. That's this. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Salute to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Miss Gigi in the building. Shout out to everybody for pulling up, man. I'm done off this, man. I'm done off this, man. I'm done off this, bro. This is crazy, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my lovely lady moms for coming through and holding it down. Salute to y'all. Salute to y'all. Shout out to my top lovely lady moms that always come through and hold it down as well. Make sure y'all support the show before you get up out of here. Leave a like and a share. Don't forget to jump down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think of the show. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Sun, for pulling up. Shout out to, what up, Aqua? Shout out to Aqua Dragon, man. Shout out to my man, Aqua, man. Y'all gonna have to catch the playback. You just coming in. Support the show. Hit me up on Venmo at Sheep Stay Sleep TV or on Zelle. The number is going across the screen. Y'all support the show, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. We'll be back Wednesday, man, with another show. We'll be back Wednesday with another show. Y'all stay tuned right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross. Of course, if you're new here, don't forget, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross, of course. And I appreciate all the love and the support. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.